close the visor in a minute. Just negotiate this roundabout. So hello everybody. Haven't made a video in a while because I've had problems with my bike. The problem with my bike, oh shouting, the problem with my bike mainly is that it's old. That's pretty much it. I had a problem with an oil leak which I thought I'd fixed and I haven't. Basically the gaskets around the top of the engine is leaking, so oil just slips all over it, and whenever I've been out for any more than 15 minutes on the bike, if I stop, smoke is coming off the engine. But the thing is, it seems, for the choking, it seems like wispy smoke. Very thin and very white, so you can't, when you're sitting inside white smoke, you can't really see it. But I only really noticed it was a problem when I was stopped at some traffic lights. And there was a guy in a van next to me, and he opened his window and went, "Oi mate, your bike's on fire," which was worrying. So yeah, so that's one problem I had. What else? My clutch fluid was low, so my clutch stopped working. And you might say, that's got nothing to do with the bike being old, Jack, that's just because you don't keep an eye on the levels. And you'll be right, I didn't. You made a mistake. I assumed the clutch fluid, when it's inside a closed system, would stay there. But apparently not. So I go to refill it, and I discover that the bolts on the top of the thing are completely worn. So couldn't get a screwdriver in them, couldn't undo them, couldn't do anything. And I got pissed off with it, so I thought, fuck it, and I just left the cover on for 2 weeks. I ended up getting them off with a set of mole grips. And a friend of mine pointed out the obvious, that if you get a hacksaw, you can cut a groove across the bolts and then use a flat screwdriver to get them off. So, see, that's why I couldn't be a mechanic, because I wouldn't be able to bodge like that. So yeah, I'm just off to buy some new DVDs. We've got the London Olympics coming up in 2012. 2012? Yeah, it is 2012. Just before the end of the world. That'd be nice. We'll have a big party, some fireworks, we'll win some medals, and then the world will end. It will be brilliant. And one of the events is actually happening about 5 miles away from my house, and I don't live in London. But if you look it up, the London mountain biking event, which is at Hadley Castle County Park, Hadley Castle Country Park, one of the two. I've got a video called Ruins, which is really quite boring, but eventually I'm just walking around some castle ruins, and that is actually where the mountain biking course is. They've been building it, and this weekend they've closed a load of roads around it because the Olympic teams are down there having a look and having a go, which I think is unfair. It gives everyone an advantage. Well, no, they're all having a look. The North Koreans won't be having a look though. They're not allowed out of the country to do anything until the Olympics actually starts. And I'm wondering, I don't know if Iran is taking part in the Olympics this year, because they say that the logo looks like the word Zion, you know, from Zionism, looks like the word Zion just jumbled up, which I suppose it does in a warped kind of way. But when the North Koreans, when their Olympic team and their football team go out of the country to play in this stuff, obviously they're indoctrinated to think the rest of the world is kind of evil and decadent and all this, and North Korea is a place to go. And the weird thing is, they're very oppressed people, but they actually believe that Kim Jong-il is, you know, divine and all that jazz. I'm curious as to how many of them just disappear. I like to think that in the World Cup, the North Korean team, they lose a match, they wave to the crowd, and then they just run down the tunnel, straight out the exit, and disappear into the countryside and never seen again. Just escape. Get back to North Korea. Where's my Olympic team? Oh, they defected. What? Oh, bloody hell. No more athletes. North Korea will never win Olympic gold medal if athletes keep disappearing. We will in the future transport athletes in cages. I just love the idea that it gives people the opportunity to run away, and I hope they do, because I wouldn't want to live in North fucking Korea. Although I do want to visit North Korea. I wonder if there's a North Korean mountain biking team. If while the Olympics are going on, there's a knock at my door and I open it and there's a North Korean guy with a mountain bike, I'm hiding him in the garage. He can stay there as long as he wants. Can you go to prison for hiding a North Korean in the garage? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. If any North Koreans are watching, somehow, I suppose they would have had to go into South Korea or China and plug in a really long Ethernet cable into someone's modem near the river, near the border. Any North Koreans are watching, and you do the mountain biking event, fuck it, just run. There's a train station nearby. You could be in London within 45 minutes, and then just disappear. Yeah, well, come to my house, I'll hide you. Why not? This is all these roadworks they're doing here is because of the Olympics. They're widening all this and adding some bridges and everything else. Because for the last 30 years they've known that it's fucking impossible to drive around here between the hours of 6 in the morning and 10 in the morning and about 4 in the afternoon up to about 7. So finally they're starting to sort it out, which is nice. So yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much all I can think of saying. It's a weird thing. I do wonder if people like Mordeth and Sven. Where is Sven? Sven's disappeared. His channel's been deleted as well, I think. Someone tell me. I don't know if he's moved to Florida and he stayed there. Maybe. Don't know. Ooh. Come on, go faster. Let go. See, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've got no idea how people manage to talk for long periods of time. I'm assuming they write scripts. I know Shock of God pans it out with lies and Bible verses. But you know, it's Christian for you. I actually started a business with this evangelical Christian woman not very long ago. Called so she's listed as a director in my company, a company's house, and it's going to start off. The basis of it is going to be commercial cleaning. I've already got a cleaner working, but after I'd set it up, I was trying to set up the bank account, and I needed her to give me some ID of hers so that we could set it up. And she was going, yeah, no, it's no problem, I'll do it. And then she sent me a text about 2 weeks after I've been waiting for her saying she wasn't going to be able to do anything to do with the company. So I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then, a couple of days ago, I discovered that she's actually taken all the contacts we made and the list of employees we had and started her own. It's not very Christian. It's not what Jesus would do. What a bitch. Ooh. So it's a VM 1700. Anyway.